Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Ino, who is very ably represented by the first democratically elected female Deputy Governor, distinguished Senator Dr. Aina, the PAMSEC Office of the Deputy Governor, directors here present, the Deputy President, Nigerian Society of Engineers, my immediate past presidents, distinguished fellows here present, vice presidents, exco members, branch chairmen, all of them from Akwa Ibom State, 5 of them. Your Excellency, we have come here today, first, to thank you for hosting us at the very first leadership retreat that has been held during my administration. I came here on the invitation of Engineer Iyan, FNSE, last year, around October, for the burial of his brother. And 2 things struck me. I was in the church, and the governor sat there from the beginning till the end. I'd never seen that happen before. Usually, our leaders are in a hurry to do one thing or the other, but he sat there. That was a lesson for me in patience. And it also struck me that I'd like to see more of him. And then we stayed at the 4-point by Sheraton. Another very nice, serene place. And I thought to myself that it would be nice to bring my exco here for a retreat. And so I told Engineer Iyan, and he facilitated the retreat. And in facilitating the retreat, we wrote to the Executive Governor, and he graciously agreed to host us. And so we are here, all 28 of us. We are here because the governor agreed to host us, and through FNSE Engineering Limited, our very own distinguished engineer, Okoko, FNSE. Having thanked you for that, I'd like to give you a brief of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. The Nigerian Society of Engineers is the umbrella organization of all engineering disciplines and professions in Nigeria. We have 86 branches, 81 in Nigeria, 3 in the UK, 1 in the US, and 1 in Saudi Arabia. And of the 81 branches in Nigeria, we have 5 in Akwa Ibom State. It's only Lagos State that has that kind of number. So it will also mean that the government of Akwa Ibom is very receptive to the development of engineering and also the growth of the Nigerian engineers. And so, building on that, I'd like to thank His Excellency. First, for implementing the grade level 9 entry point for engineers. We are aware that this has not been done by some states, but Akwa Ibom State is one of the very first to implement that order. We are also grateful to His Excellency for taking care of the engineers in the government employ, seeing to their welfare and seeing that they contribute meaningfully to the development of the state. And of particular reference is the fact that the governor, and indeed the government of Akwa Ibom, involves Nigerian engineers in the execution of projects in the state. Yesterday we had the opportunity and the privilege of visiting some of the project sites of FNSE Integrated Services, and we were amazed with the great works that are being done and projects that are being carried out by that company. And we are glad that they have been given the opportunity to grow, because in growing FNSE, you are indeed growing the capacity and capability of Nigerian engineers. And we are so proud of him, because we also had, yes, that himself is the Julius Berger of Akwa Ibom. And something else also struck us, and is the fact that from what he told us, the governor is actually encouraging smaller companies to come up. And he has been given the charge of mentoring some smaller companies so you can develop even more companies. And in the end, you have several Julius Bergers in Akwa Ibom. Your Excellency, we are so very proud of him, and indeed all the engineers in the state. And we want to thank you again for the opportunity and providing the enabling environment for our engineers to thrive. We have come today to pay homage to you and to let you know that indeed we believe in the Arise agenda, which has cascaded down to our engineers in the state. And that is why all the branch chairmen are here with me. Since yesterday when we arrived, they all came in their numbers. Even the spouses of engineers were at the airport to receive us. It was amazing and awesome. And that is also a proof of an evidence, really, of the hospitality of Akwa Ibom State. We just seek your indulgence to ask for a little more, Your Excellency. In the next 2 years, during our administration, our plan is to upskill and train many more engineers. And we will be leading the government in that respect. We would like for you to please, even though you have been doing a lot, encourage and support our engineers to go more by training them, particularly the younger ones, so that we can indeed prepare a better future for Nigeria, as no one can grow Nigeria for us or develop the nation as we would. We are hereby now calling on you, Your Excellency, to please join us in training more engineers. We are also looking at concentrating a lot in encouraging young children into STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And we'll be coming to Your Excellency to seek support in doing this. In the meantime, there's something that I would just like to ask you that you please do for us. The Engr branch has a secretariat that is being built, and that secretariat promises to be an engineering resource center for the training and upskilling of engineers, not only in you, but in the entire Akwa Ibom state. And it requires completion. We hereby seek the indulgence of Your Excellency in seeing to the completion of that secretariat. It will be an honor and a great one for me indeed to come back here in a few months, because I really would like to come back here again and again, to come back here in a few months' time to commission that building. So, Your Excellency, I thank you for the opportunity to visit you here today with this very large entourage. It is not usual for this kind of large entourage to be allowed into the premises of the governor. And we are so very humbled and grateful for the opportunity. Thank you, Your Excellency.
President of the National Society of Engineers, Engineer Margaret, Aina, all right? the James Brecker.
Yeah.
To emerge as the first female president of this new program. I want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
The deputy president, the superman that is behind the strong woman. For her to succeed, she will need you very, very strongly. I want to welcome you. And to the immediate past president, that's you. I want to say thank you because as you were exiting, if you didn't allow a free and fair process, she wouldn't have emerged. Thank you very much. The gentleman that did the introduction had identified, recognized all the leadership. Vice President, head vice, almost everybody has a position. Please permit me to acknowledge and stand by that recognition done by gentlemen. The Permanent Secretary, Office of the Deputy Governor, Directors, Essay to the Governor. Well, I want to recognize my own, the State Chairman, the Uyo Branch, Chairman, Engineer Akwa. And a few days ago, he was calling, looking for me. I didn't know it's because he was expecting his people to come. What do I say about our own Julius Berger? The man that has lifted the level of engineers in Akwa Ibom State to the top. Engineer who went to go and said global. That's how we call him, global MD of FNSE. We are so proud of him anywhere, anytime for the great job he's doing.
Yeah.
Well done, sir. All the chapter presidents, chairman, including my own, the Oran chapter. I want to welcome everybody to Akwa Ibom State using the president. I think here today not as deputy governor. I have the mandate of the governor that asks me to return both to Ikotep and ensure you're back by 4 p.m. to receive the team. I don't know if you knew that the leader was a woman. I'm going to that I don't know that. Governor would have loved to receive you in person because he has a very high regard for the engineers.
Yes, I know that.
Across board. But because of other duties, since morning, since 10 a.m., he's been back to back. That's why at a point he had to ask me to go to Ikotep, represent him in the NDDC retreat, and then return back here. He's handling the role. That's why it's good to have a team, a good team that works. So I sit here today on behalf of the governor of Akwa State, Pastor Aina, to first of all congratulate you for your measure as the national president, and also congratulate your team members. It's God that has given you the opportunity to emerge, and it's for a purpose. To serve the people, purpose to hold and do better as a woman. We must always keep the mark and do better. I pray that the immediate past the president will give you that leverage to do better than what he did. So the governor said I should congratulate you and also welcome you to Akwa State. He's happy that you are accepted to lead the team here to host the retreat. You could have, even if he said, okay, come, maybe one of the members would have said, oh, don't go there, let's go here, and somehow we convince you. But because of the one visit, as you made reference to, Akwa, and you saw the ambience, you saw the peace in the States, and you felt it would be a better place. And indeed, I want to assure you that it's a better place for you to gather for retreats. You have a peaceful environment for you to interact and ensure you come up with useful decisions that will help you to run the affairs of the group for the next 2 years. The governor of Akwa State, Pastor Mo, said I should let you know that amongst all the professions that we have, engineering profession stands out on its own. In everything that you do, whatever structure, whatever development project that you handle, there's no way you won't have an engineer being involved one way or the other, particularly in road construction. And the encouragement, the support that is gotten from this during the campaigns, we approached the group. They are not supposed to be super committed, but when we got there, I remember the governor assuring the engineers that if you stand by him, cast that one vote of yours to ensure we get on board, that he will work with the engineers in the state. And so far in the past 8 months, I must confess that he's done very, very well. We've interacted with one of your own, Engineer Wemokoko, and he's been able to take you around the sites of the projects he has handled. I must confess that the project sites that Engineer Wemokoko handles in the States, delivery is always on time. The quality of the work done completes. That's why we call him the junior project. It completes with that standard, and that's what the governor is looking for. When he came on board, his vision is to ensure that he circles around Akwa States to encourage our own people to also stand. not to go outside, bring people, small road you would have given to an indigent to do. Somebody from outside and to come, and as they are done, they are siphoning the money out. But this one, he said, no, let it circulate here.
Okay.
And the interactions we've been having with them is that of encouraging them. If you're given any job to do, endeavor to do your best, deliver, and give a quality. Because when you do that, the next one will come. Thank God that you've also heard that he has asked our global to be a mentor, bring up other younger people. So that's the only way we can grow better hands for our environment instead of going outside. And that is the focus of the government. Apart from the engineering sector, it cuts across in most of the things he is doing to ensure that our youth are taken off the streets and gainfully employed in various ways. In the past 8 months that we've been in office, 8 months, we're counting into the 9th month. We've gotten our younger ones, the youth, sent out for training for agri sector. As they speak, they are undergoing training for the development of the Songhai farm. Again, you will have engineers involved because it's a mega project. You have roads within that complex. You will have structures. You will have living apartments. You will have hotels there. And for such a project, engineers will be involved, and you also have other professionals, architects will be there. So not just the construction engineers. You have the electrical, you have those who will be working in the airports. Training also is ongoing. Our children have been sent out to be trained to work there and also man the aircraft. Engineers that service the aircraft as we speak, they are outside undergoing training. So that into your request of government supporting to train more engineers. Yes, it's something that is at the forefront of this administration. Other projects that are coming on, like the deep sea ports, the process is ongoing. We will need those professionals, engineers, in different fields to be there, available to work instead of us going outside to get people. So it's one of the agenda of the present administration. I can assure you that that request will be properly taken care of. That also gets into the STEM. The Ministry of Education is strongly involved with the STEM project, and our children are doing excellently well in that field. Concerning the completion of the secretariat, I will definitely table that before the governor. And I'll tell him that since he's a gender friendly governor, that it's a lady leading the team and a lady that made the request. I know. That will fly. It will fly. We will endeavor to see how to support for the completion of the secretariat. Having said that, I want to encourage the Nigerian Society of Engineers to, you're the umbrella body. We're helping other engineering professionals. If you do the right thing to ensure that everyone follows the principle of the profession, that in anything they put in their very best to stand out. Like we have a model here that anywhere we are proud of. I think Nigeria will be a better place for us. I remember when I was in the Senate, I had a small 1 kilometer road project that came up through my constituency project. And the people that were there, the contractor from the federal that was to do the job, I wasn't there. I'm not an engineer, so I wouldn't know what depth or what they're supposed to do. They started the work. I want to say that you have good hands in Akwa State. The Oran chapter chairman called me one day and they said, I saw the good. First, he appreciated the effort of me attracting that project to locality, and then said that the contractor was not doing the right thing. And I said, go there, introduce yourself to him, tell him that you have called me, and ensure he does the right thing. And that was done. That you have in this place. I want you to encourage them, carry them along, and I'm very certain we will arrive at a very positive end. Having said that, I want to once again welcome you to the private place and ensure this time around we will not jump it. Today is
it's Friday.
I'm sure you're done. Normally every Friday we have a happy hour. Instead that they get you to enjoy happy hour.
It's taking us on one. It's already taking us on that.
That you have been praised as the first woman to emerge as the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. What inspired you to contest the office? In a nutshell.
Well, thank you. Well, I rose through the ranks as well, and then I felt that we needed to have a voice, a stronger voice, and then to be able to inspire the other younger women. So at that point, I realized that I needed to, contest for the position so that I could be a role model, which I've been to a number of women, but at least at a higher level. And also, most importantly, to contribute to the growth of the Nigerian society.
How would your elevation to the president of FNSE president better female engineers?
Well, it will better female engineers because, of course, there will be concentration now a little more, because as the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, I am responsible for the welfare and professional development of every engineer, regardless of the gender. However, because I'm a woman, a lot more attention will be paid to that gender, the female gender, in supporting the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, carrying out their mandate of supporting and encouraging women into engineering.
Okay. Ma, you are here for a retreat. What will be the aim of the retreat?
The aim of the retreat is to get the National Exco to align with the agenda that I have of rebirthing the Nigerian Society of Engineers for the growth, empowerment and advancement of engineering in Nigeria. It's an agenda that has been prepared for 1 year, and I find it necessary to get the Exco together, since they will drive the agenda, to bring them here in this very serene and peaceful environment in Akwa Ibom State to learn and to exchange ideas on how we can indeed carry out the agenda to the benefit of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and all engineers in particular.